Hello everyone, my name is Smart Odiaua, the pastor in charge of youths in Region 5. The annual youth convention is fast approaching from the 1st to 6th of October with the theme Indomitable. Ministry will be our father, Pastor E.A. Adeboye. It's going to be a season of healing, miracles, salvation, breakthrough, name it. And I want to urge you, make sure you don't miss out of this opportunity. There's going to be free transport, there's going to be free feeding, there's going to be free accommodation. And I can bet you, your life will never remain the same. Now, having said that, I need to quickly add, because we cannot be aloof to our environment. The truth of the matter is that you make sure that you have your PVC. The last time I checked, INEC is not going to count your prayer points. No. INEC is not going to count your quotations. In fact, let me tell you, INEC is not actually going to count how many things or what you say on Facebook. No. It is your vote that will be counted. And you can only vote if you have a PVC. Have you got yours? Go get yours. And of course, it is now time for them to begin to tell you there is defection. They defect from the right, they go to the left, they defect from the right, they go to the left, from left to right, from back to front, front to back. Defections here and there. But I want to tell you this. They are not defecting because of you. They are defecting for themselves. It is high time you know yourself. How do you prove that you know yourself? Number one, make sure nobody is going to use you to snatch ballot box anymore. Number two, you don't have to be enemies. We don't have to be enemies because we belong to because we share different ideologies. No. We don't have to be enemies. We can be siblings, but we can choose to understand differently. But the only thing is that we say no to violence. Where there is violence, there can be development. And where there is no development, certainly there will be retrogression. And you know, the indomitable cannot allow himself to be dragged into the abyss. Rather, we must fly higher. How do we fly higher? Let them present their strong. The Bible says, present your strong reasons. So whoever wants your vote, whatever religion, whatever he claims to be, first and foremost, the person should prove why you need to vote for him. Enough of grandstanding. Enough of people playing to the gallery. It is enough of people claiming that they are defending you. The last time I checked, we have had stories. They will share money, they will share for themselves. And if you check, how can somebody come and give you 10,000 naira, 200,000 naira, maybe give you 1 million naira to vote for him? If he gives you 1 million naira to vote for him, 1 million naira, so for 4 years, you will eat 1 million naira. 1 million naira will pay your accommodation. 1 million naira will be for your transport. 1 million naira will be for your feeding. 1 million naira will be for your clothing. 1 million naira will be for your school fees, and for your own school fees, and school fees for your children. And it will be, you check it. You will discover that you are being given peanuts out of what ought to rather give you a better life. No more vote buying. Say to your neighbor, nobody is going to buy my vote. I'm not going to sell my vote. No, not to anybody. And I bet you, let them come, tell you what they are offering, tell you what they can do, tell you what they want to do, check it on the right perspective. If they prove to be good, if that's what we need, then you go for it. No more. I'm not going to tell you, oh, vote for a Christian. I'm not going to tell you, oh, vote for a Muslim. I'm not going to tell you, oh, vote for a Southerner. I'm not going to tell you, oh, vote for a Northerner. No. I'm going to tell you, do the right thing. I am not party to people saying, oh, it must only be vote for Christian, or vote for Muslim. Vote for the right person. Because when the Bible says, when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. So vote for the righteous. Who now is the righteous? I leave you to decide, to think, to make up your mind on what you want. But what I want you to note is that the calabash where I come from, the side of the country where I come from, the calabash chooses what to be used for. It's either to be used to wash hands or to be used to serve pounded yam. What do you want to be used for? If they use you to snatch ballot box, use you to kill, use you for all manner of things, I can bet you when the elections are over, they won't need you anymore, because you are only useful for ballot box snatching. You will only be useful for killing. You will only be useful for what? For the menial jobs. When it is time to appoint the commissioner, when it is time to appoint the minister, they won't look for you, because you have finished your own side. They will look for people who are saner, as it were, and you will not be factored in. You will not be considered. So as I ask you, the person you are milling around and struggling that, oh, it must be him, what makes him better than you? Who said you cannot be? That's the truth. If anybody is moving with somebody that didn't do well in government, both him and that person don't deserve your vote. That's the truth. If I move with somebody high up if I move with the MD, I'm very close to the MD, and the MD is seen to be, doing things that are definitely not acceptable, I will conclude that both the person that is the associates of the MD and the MD himself don't deserve my support. So if the MD is not doing well, when we begin to hold even their surrogates, their associates responsible for their action, people will begin to make sure that they align themselves with people that will do well. You see, we must put a lie to their ploy. People will tell you they will remain with a government from day one. They remain with that government till 3.5 years. And then after that, they will jump and go to another place and tell you, oh, the man is bad. Let me tell you the truth. It is all a class. There's a class war. The rich, the political class versus the masses. Most often, the problem we have in this country is not religion. The problem we have is not tribe. The problem we have is not racial. Rather, the challenge we have is that we have dearth of leadership, integrity. People within, and let me tell you, it's not only on the top, from the top. It's a two-way traffic. If people beget their leader, leaders get the kind of followers, because the leader you are choosing, you chose from among you. Any bully that is around you, when you make him a leader, he will not change from being a bully. So I dare say, look around you very well. Make the right choice. What do you think?